Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. I'm so excited to have Mr. Michael Wilson on with us, a great man doing some amazing things to make a positive difference. And so, first off, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to you. I appreciate the work that you're doing.
Yes,
And
sir.
you know how the old saying go, birds of a feather flock together. So
Come on.
I'm glad to be a part of the flock.
Come on. He coming in hot. Let's go. Well, let's dive into it. What, if you don't mind, just share with the audience, a little bit about your background and so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
I was fortunately unfortunate at times. I was born in Dayton, Ohio. I lived there till I was in the second grade. My grandparents lived there. And my parents went through some rough times, and so they decided to divorce. And my mom was from a small town in Louisiana called Ville Platte, Louisiana. And so she asked one night, do y'all want to stay with your dad, or do you want to stay with my brother and I? Do you want to go with me? Well, I'm like, I visited my grandparents. I'm like, nah, I want to stay in the city. She took me to Louisiana anyway. So I spent a couple of years there, and then they actually got back together in Texas, in Baytown, Texas. And so then we moved for the third time. So by the time I was in the fourth grade, it seemed like every time I kind of felt comfortable and made new friends, I was moving again. And I say that it was fortunate, unfortunate, because the thing that it did show me was that A, I was able to meet new people, and then B, on the flip side, not to be afraid of going to different places or trying different things, and don't worry about what other people are doing. You're in control of your own happiness. And so because of that, when some of my close friends, unfortunately, were doing some negative stuff, I didn't fall into the peer pressure. And I had an older cousin in Louisiana, actually, and I went to his graduation at Southern University, and he was valedictorian, and I didn't know what that was. And so somebody told me he's graduating from the top of his class, and it was a law school. And then after the ceremony, we went to his house, and I'm like, man, this is my cousin. This is my family member. He has a really nice house. He was working for the DA at the time. I had a beautiful wife, and I'm like, that's the kind of life I want. And I said, the only thing that I knew that he did that most of the other people around me didn't do, he went to college. So from that day on, I'm like, I'm going to college, and so it created this vision of what I wanted my life to be like. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to be able to provide for them. I wanted to have some really cool friends. I wanted to go on vacation.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so,
sir.
that kind of started me on, okay, these are the things I need in order to make those things happen.
So good. I love how you discussed that. We've had a conversation about the model, before. And I love how you said that because like it showed you like, man, I want all of those things, but it also showed us that we can do those things too. If I actually know someone like my
Right.
cousin is actually doing this. So if he can, man, I probably can too.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
I always will reflect on why it hit me that way. And a lot of my other cousins that were there, it didn't. It's like, do they not see this? I mean, don't they see how everybody else is living
yeah.
compared to how he's living? And now they just went right by him.
Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
The first thing that comes to mind is my daughters. I have 2 beautiful, good-hearted daughters who one is in college. She's in the first year of college, and the other is a junior in high school. So they're old enough to now for us to have conversations. And I appreciate, the type of people that they are becoming. So, and I'm glad I played a role in that becoming. The second is, and again, motivated by a family member, I went off to college, and in my direct lineage, I am the first that not only went to college but then got a graduate degree. My
Mm.
dad was in the military. My mom dropped out of high school in the 10th grade. My grandmother dropped out in the second grade on both sides. And so, but they were always stressing education, even though they didn't have a deep history of educational attainment. And so that's the second thing. And then the third thing is having the opportunity to be in a profession where I get to meet like-minded people and learn from them. And it's like as we or share some knowledge, and so that's helped us to achieve more. Like they said, it's easier to do it with someone than having to do it by yourself. And so I'm glad that I've been, lucky enough and fortunate enough to surround myself with some positive, like-minded people.
So good. Well, just hearing you talk about your journey, hearing you discuss the things that you're proud of, I would consider that to be hugely successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
For me, success is like a personal achievement. And even though those that have maybe accomplished something and other people may view them as a success, to me, you haven't hit that target until you yourself view yourself as, yeah, okay, I put in the work. I did what was necessary. I didn't quit when everybody else would have quit, and I just kept going and grinding. And it may have taken me longer than maybe some other people to do it. I might not have done it at the same level as other people, but because of it, I've grown. And the journey is what has changed me and made me feel a certain degree of pride versus the outcome. And so it's the putting it to action, something that you need to do, even if you don't want to do it, being able to do it. And then at the end, being able to reflect and learn from it.
I love that. So good. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can follow you, check you out, and show you some love with all the amazing things you have going on.
You can contact me. I work with Harris County Department of Education and the Center for After School Enrichment. We provide after school summer programs, mentorship. We collaborate with other organizations, nonprofit that are in the youth serving field. So you can reach out to Harris County Department of Education. My number is area code 713-696-2149. You can email me directly at mwilson at hcde-texas.org, or you could definitely follow me on our podcast, which is the Making After School Cool podcast. It's on all the podcast platforms.
Awesome. Good deal. Well, again, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it. And I wish you continued success.
Thanks, Tips. I appreciate it. I definitely got to stay in touch. And again, I wish you continued success on your journey.
All right. Thank you, sir. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.